Hey everyone, and welcome to the WWE 2K23 Universe Mode Draft. We are going to be picking our rosters of Raw, Smackdown and NXT using a random wheel generator. So let's get right into it and find out what our first rosters are going to be. Okay, so as you can see, I have copied in every male superstar into this spinning wheel generator, just the males for the moment. Once we've got the roster for the males sorted, we will add in some female wrestlers soon. But what we're going to do is we're going to spin each wheel 3 times for round 1 and every round after that, and find out what our roster is going to be. We will do 10 participants for each brand first of all. So let's find out who is going to be Raw's first superstar. Okay, so Raw's first pick is RVD. Let's go for SmackDown's first pick. SmackDown's first pick is the A-lister, The Miz. And for NXT's first pick, NXT's first pick is current NXT superstar, Wesley. So that is round 1, so now we will move on to round 2. Okay, so here we are with round 2 of the draft picks, so we're back onto the Raw side. We'll find out who they're going to have. Ooh, okay, so we got main event Jey Uso. Let's go on with SmackDown. SmackDown has Humberto, and for NXT to close off round 2. Oh, that was a close one between Ricochet and Batista, but we have Ricochet joining NXT, and that is the end of round 2 for the draft pick. Let's move on to round 3. Okay, and we're on to round 3, and we're back onto the Raw round. Raw roster, rather. Okay, we've got Sami Zayn joining Raw. Let's see who the SmackDown member will be. Ludwig Kaiser is joining SmackDown, and over on NXT, well, Batista's picked his spot and he will be joining NXT, where you'd assume he may be dominant, but let's move on to round 4. Okay, and we're back for round 4 with the Raw roster. Let's see who we'll get. Oh, Apollo Crews just kicks off Shane McMahon getting a contract. Apollo Crews joins the Raw roster. Over on SmackDown, we have 6. I think I said that right, but let's move on to NXT for the final pick of this round. Oh, and Rick Boogs will be joining NXT. What a fantastic addition to that roster. Let's move on to the next round. And now we're on to round 5 of the Raw roster pick. Let's see who they get. Oh, it's the Viper Randy Orton joining Raw. Oh, and a great pick for Smackdown, Austin Theory. And NXT's final pick for this round. Oh, we have the man that started it all, Triple H, will be joining NXT to maybe dominate and take some championships. We'll have to see. Let's move on to the next round. Okay, we are on to round 6 of the draft, and we're going back to Monday Night Raw. We have 83 names left on the wheel. 15 have been taken so far, so let's move on with Raw's 6th round pick. Oh, Shawn Michaels will be putting on his boots again and will be joining Raw. Over to Smackdown. Smackdown will have the former glorious Robert Roode. And NXT, they are going to pick Raw. Drew McIntyre's going back to NXT. Does he have any unfinished business? Let's move on to the next round. Okay, we are on to round 7. Let's see who Raw has. Oh dear, Raw has the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. What a great pick, a dominant pick you would say, but let's move on to Smackdown. Okay, and on Smackdown is Ilya Dragunov, and for NXT, okay, so the Usos have been split up with Jimmy Uso joining NXT. Let's move on to the next round. Okay, and we're on to round 8. Let's see who Raw has. Okay, so Dominic Mysterio has weaseled himself a contract on Raw. Let's go over to Smackdown. Shinsuke Nakamura is joining Smackdown. And for NXT's final pick, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is joining NXT, and if we just look at our results, Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio both selected in the same round of the draft. But let's move on to the next round. Okay, so we are on to round number 9 of the draft pick, and I just want to say before we continue that there is quite a few big names that haven't been selected yet. The likes of Edge, Kevin Owens, LA Knight, Kofi Kingston, Finn Balor, John Cena, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Cody Rhodes, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano. Mr. McMahon's there, he's got himself a opportunity, but he's not been selected. I think Roman Reigns is here somewhere, yep. Braun Strowman, Gunther. But let's see who we're going to get in this first pick for Raw on round number 9. Elias is joining Raw, and over to Smackdown. Jinder Mahal is joining Smackdown. Will he be a dominant force over there? Let's go over to NXT for their final pick of round number 9. Big E is joining the roster. What a big name that I forgot to mention at the start of this. But yes, he is a big name and he will be hoping to get some championship gold over on SmackDown. Let's move on to NXT. Okay, and over on NXT, Grayson Waller making his WWE game debut and also making his debut on the series, Grayson Waller. And we'll move on to the final round. Still many big names left without a slot, but we'll see what happens. Round number 10 coming. Okay, and the final round of the draft pick. We're going over to Raw again to see who will be their final participant. Will it be a big name? It's looking like it's going to be the MVP himself. MVP has picked up Raw's final roster pick. SmackDown will be hoping to get a good pick. They will be looking like they're going to get Sheamus, maybe? Yes, another big name. Sheamus is joining SmackDown. And over for NXT, let's see who's their last pick will be. Let it be a big one. And it looks like it's going to be a very big one indeed. It is Veer Mahan. There you have it. That is the roster for Raw, SmackDown and NXT. Let's do a quick recap. Okay, so as you can see, this is the final rosters. For Raw, we have Apollo Crews, Brock Lesnar, Dominic Mysterio, Elias, Jey Uso, MVP, Randy Orton, RVD, Sami Zayn and Shawn Michaels. For SmackDown, we have Austin Theory, Big E, Humberto, Ilya Dragunov, Jinder Mahal, Ludwig Kaiser, Robert Roode, Sheamus, Shinsuke Nakamura and The Miz. And on NXT, we have Batista, Drew McIntyre, Grayson Waller, Jimmy Uso, Rey Mysterio, Rick Boogs, Ricochet, Triple H, Wesley and Veer Mahan. And what we are also going to do is I'm going to spin the wheel 5 more times, and these 5 participants will be free agents that can roam across all 3 brands. So let's switch over and find out who will be the 5 names. Okay, so let's find out who they'll be. We've got the first name. Who will be on the Second Chance Saloon? We have Reggie. Second up, Butch. Matt Riddle. Oh, Braun Strowman just beating Roman Reigns out of it. And last up, is Brutus Creed. Okay, there we go. There are the following rosters for each brand. Let me know your thoughts on each roster in the comments below who you wish should have got a spot. And episode 1 will be coming very, very soon. Thank you and goodbye.